Father Willy Raymond is familiar to Catholic TV viewers from previous appearances, celebrating the TV Mass, and he's been on programs, he's been on This Is the Day before, and we're pleased to have him join us today to catch up on the important work of the Holy Cross Family Ministries, who do just great work. Father, how you doing?
Doing well. Good to see both of you.
Hey,
Bishop
Willie.
Reed, good to see you, especially.
Hi. Well, the mission of Holy Cross Family Ministries works to build stronger families and a better world through prayer and spiritual support. Tell us how you guys accomplish this.
Well, we have a variety of ways of doing that. We're a family of Catholic ministries that our common mission is to help families pray and grow spiritually. So we do that. Remember Pope Benedict saying that the digital continent is a real continent that has to be evangelized. So we do a lot online. When Pope Francis decreed that Father Peyton is now venerable in 2017, we began to think like we really have to take his mission and bring it to the whole world to help families pray. The family that prays together stays together. By the way, our friend Mark Wahlberg, originally from Boston, he has a new commercial on. It's he and his wife are in the gym working out, and he says the family that prays together, that works out together, stays together. It's I don't know if you've seen that yet, but it got a chuckle out of a lot of people.
I got a big chuckle out of that. Hey, Father Willie, you're kind of the father of this family that stretches across the globe. I have to ask you, because it's impacted all of us, how is the health crisis, COVID-19, impacted your work and the work of Holy Cross Family Ministries?
You know, it has a major impact because usually I would do quite a bit of traveling to 27 different ministry sites that we have, including Hollywood here at Family Theater Productions. Since March, I've not traveled anywhere other than to Bennington, Vermont and back. So, and all of our sites, everybody is pretty much in lockdown. So they're looking, and they've found creative ways to reach out to people, to families. So we're in mostly poor developing countries like Kenya and Uganda and Mexico and Peru and places like that. So all of our people, it's a big challenge. There've been some blessings too, though, that realizing that families are spending more time together, and it's an opportunity for them to turn to each other and to God and prayer. So that's been an amazing opportunity for us. We've as you may know, we've developed this museum for family prayer, and it just opened in September, and now we have to do all of that work of the museum online. So we're still doing virtual work. We also have developed the Institute for Domestic Church Life with Greg Popchek and Lisa Popchek, and so with Family Life ministers around the country, we've been able to have a virtual summit. That we were going to do it in person in June, but then we had to do it online. But we had a lot of Family Life directors and then people from outside the country too, who joined us by Zoom. So talking about the liturgy of the domestic church, based on the anointings at baptism of priest, prophet, and king or queen or royal, as they call it. And that's an exciting dimension that many of the Family Life ministers are rearranging their priorities for dealing with the sacramental life of families because of that.
Were you surprised, Father, the reaction and the positive reaction for online? Because, you know, through some of these difficult challenges that we face, sometimes there's a silver lining, and you can reach people now that maybe you couldn't reach before through online.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you have the Mass every day, and we have been streaming our daily rosary with reflections and Mass as well, and there's a worldwide audience out there for it, and it's amazing how people from Metro Manila, that seems to be one of the strong areas for us, and all these places where we're located. So yeah, the response has been amazing and very surprising.
Father Willy, you know of my deep respect for the Venerable Patrick Peyton and my love for those words that we've repeated a number of times today: the family that prays together, perhaps works out together, stays together. So Father Peyton, hosted these rosary events and encouraged the recitation of the rosary, particularly at home. And you carry on distributing, I think, about 1 million rosaries every year. How does this powerful prayer of the rosary continue to resonate with people in our time?
Sure. It's, you'll see it in the documentary film on Father Peyton Pray that's going to be in theaters in October. It's resonating, I think, especially with a lot of young families that right now are put together, and we're getting we get these prayer petitions through online and in the mail every day, and they're talking about their needs. But I think the letter of John Paul II in 2002, Rosarium Virginis Mariae, that gave such a fresh theological and spiritual understanding of the Rosary that for young people, seeing this as scriptural and a condensed version of the Gospels, that makes a difference. We don't have a lot of research on how families are doing with that. I wish we had more of it. We just know that a lot of these young Catholic families in the United States, they pray for their children, they pray for their spouses, but the sad thing is that they pray alone, and it's only a few percentage of families that will pray together. So I think the Rosary is the way that families can really experience it. It's a kind of not threatening approach for Catholics to pray. Catholics are not so accustomed to praying spontaneously and as you go along. So we do find that it is resonating with families that pray. There's several in the documentary that are so moving that a lot of people that watch this are feeling it's not just, I'm not just inspired by the hope and the beauty of this film and the prayer life of these families, but it makes me want to go out and do something too, and that is to pray ourselves as a family. So we have a lot of hope that when the film gets a wide distribution, that it will inspire rebirth of devotion to the Rosary.
Well, Father, thank you. Pray is going to premiere in October, so we look forward to that. Where can people learn more about your work?
They can, familyrosary.org is the best place to go.
Okay. Well, hey, Father, always a pleasure. Good to see you. Stay safe and healthy.
Great. Thank you very much. Thank you
Father
for
Willy,
all
God
that
bless
you
you
do.
always.
Thank you.